It's time for the Librarians After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. We have another double episodes. We are talking Season 4, Episode 3, and Season 4, Episode 4. Stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello and welcome to the Librarians After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. If you haven't already, go to youtube.com, look for AfterBuzz TV's sci-fi, fantasy, and superhero channel. Subscribe there. I am your host, Yael Tygiel. I am joined on this very special day. It is our Christmas special, I guess. I'm joined by Chae.
Hi guys, yeah, I'm on the Librarians. I'm super excited. Hey guys, you can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm happy to be here with y'all because I haven't actually done a show with her, so this is awesome.
This is awesome. We're talking Librarians Season 4, Episode 3, and The Christmas Thieves, Season 4, Episode 4, and The Silver Screen. This is very exciting. Fun fact for people who don't know this, I hate Christmas. So an idea of a Thieves Giving sounds beautiful.
Oh, wow. Why do you hate, I need to understand, why do you hate Christmas?
Christmas is a day where nothing occurs and I don't do anything. It's just a day. We'll talk about that later. I'm happy to explain on Twitter. I'm Jewish. Anyway.
Oh.
So, let's talk about And the Christmas Thieves, which I discovered was directed by Mr. Noah Wyle, which is hilarious because the next episode, And the Silver Screen, was written by Noah Wyle. He was busy.
He was very busy.
Busy man. But this episode, The Christmas Thieves, I really like the idea of Thieves Giving. Not like that we should be stealing from people. I obviously don't like that idea. But I like the idea that this is a thing. I want to know if it's real.
I feel like if you are a thief, it could work. I feel like maybe that is something that could happen because technically the patron saint of thieves' names is Nicholas. So
yeah, so people last time were like, St. Nicholas is the patron saint of thieves. But from what I understand from watching Adam Ruins Everything, which is a great show and very educational, is that that's not what St. Nicholas, who turned into the idea of Santa Claus, is. He was the patron saint of children and gifts or something like that. And maybe also prostitutes. Something like that.
Children and prostitutes, that's,
Hey,
you gotta do what you gotta
trying
do.
to protect people.
Yep.
The people who need protection. Anyway.
Okay, I'll grant you that.
Thank you.
For that statement. Yeah, I'll grant it.
But so, I was wrong last week. I'm going to be real honest when it comes to saints and patron saints and, all that stuff. I'm going to be wrong a lot of the times, especially if it has to do with Christmas. I'm like, I don't know. But we got to meet Joan's family.
I know, which is awesome.
So I appreciate that it was like blatantly pointed out that he was adopted. Because I saw that woman and went, she's not his mother. That's not a thing.
Well, all of them were technically adopted. All
Right.
4 of them were adopted by her. And for a thief named Lenore, you gave all your children gospel biblical names. Can we talk about that for a second?
I thought that was so great. I think it's so wonderful that she gave them. But the women were. There was hope and charity
and mercy.
and mercy.
Have the black one be mercy. Go ahead, because like she had that face expression when she was like, "I'm gonna grant you mercy by not hitting you today."
I really like that. That's how she went with the names. I also was thinking about this adoption process, and I don't believe that there's no evidence to support my statements here. I don't believe that she legally adopted them. I think that she found some kids on the street and was like, you're my child now. I'm your mama.
I mean, maybe Australian legalities are very different than American.
I don't think in that
Or
sense.
she had somebody fake the papers. That could also happen.
I'm sure she knows a forger.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like it was a really great, the whole idea of Ezekiel's family, and then we had that great moment in the heist when he's doing the lasers, and I think Dean Devlin tweeted that was for all the Leverage fans.
I was just, first of all, Dean Devlin, if you're watching, thank you for Leverage. You changed my life because the show's amazing and I miss it so much. But I love the fact that he was a black sheep in a black, like he said, I'm the black sheep of the black sheeps of thieves. And the fact that your mother doesn't know how much a Fabergé egg costs, something is wrong with her thieving knowledge for me.
Thank you. I was like, what terrible thieves if they, because he like points out like your thieving level. It's like the trashy thieving level. We
Like the
take
white
crap.
trash thief.
Yeah, but he's like, there's art, people. Art is worth a lot.
$35 million.
Yeah. So I really appreciated seeing his family and learning more about his backstory because he is one of the most fun characters. And there were moments though when he was being dumb. When he like first of all, when he was like, all you have to do is not say my name. I was like, no, all she has to do is shut her mouth completely. That woman should not say a word because she is gonna mess this up.
Which she did.
Of course she did. Oh, I wanted to kill her.
I was like, I asked you one favor out of probably my life. Don't say my name.
Yeah, I love that that he is this big deal and she has no idea.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know who you are. Like, honey, you sold an egg, a fancy, like little Christmassy, like colorful egg, okay. But lady, it's worth $35 million. Mm-hmm. Like, legit, it's like white trash thievery.
Yeah.
And in his amazement, though, I was surprised. Like, I love how she stole the door, and then went to steal people's Christmas presents. Like,
The story ended out being very Grinch-like, where she stole the presents and had to return them, and that she realized how much she loved giving back, and blah blah blah. Yes, I've seen the Grinch. I loved it until his heart grew.
what?
It was great. The Grinch was great until his heart grows, and he's like, Christmas. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was a really amazing Doctor Who reference that cannot go ignored when she steps through the magic door the first time and says, our shed is bigger on the inside. Yeah, I caught that Doctor Who reference. I laughed. I shouted Doctor Who reference. And I made a note because I did not want to miss it. We also got to meet Santa's brother.
Yes.
So I last week made a big stink about continuity and how we establish who Santa is, and that we better either see him or not see him. And if we see him, it better be Bruce Campbell. So the fact that we did not see him and establish that it is the same Santa, but he has a brother, I accept. I accept this continuity. He went on vacation. We will get to vacation. But we get to meet his brother, played by Steven Weber, who was just, I loved
phenomenal.
him. Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. And then that he returns to his petulant child form at the end was so cute.
Because in true form, most blowhards, like Jenkins says, are a petulant, scared little boy.
Yeah, it felt very accurate.
Yes, we appreciate the irony.
So the Bank of Thieves.
I so loved it. I love the fact that it was a chess table that you had to do the combination to get in, and then the fact that it said maintain the honor. Mm-hmm. Which in a Bank of Thieves, honor amongst thieves is the only bank you can have.
I agree. The chessboard entrance was very cool. I was thinking about it after Ezekiel got us in. I went, Cassandra could have figured it out. Like she would have figured it out, you know? Okay, I got this. It's my favorite thing she does.
I know.
So we get into the bank. We get a really fun heist. We see our team pulling basically a leverage,
yes.
Right? Where they're stealing the wallet and passing the wallet, and then they got to go, and they got to go through the lasers, and they hit the button, and then they go, and they have to slide it in.
I was just, thank you so much, Jane. Because you have Mr. Elliot Kane as Mr. Jacob Stone. So
Christian Kane.
Well, his name's
Elliot.
Christian Kane, I know.
Yeah.
I just like saying because his character's names are so sexy. They're just not fair to have so sexy names and be that good looking.
All right. So, moving on. So Steven Weber, Santa's brother, his whole goal in life is to steal the sleigh, or to be given the sleigh once it's stolen, to take down his brother. And I wanted to see the brothers have an interaction. You know?
Oh, that'd have been dope.
I wanted Santa to be like, okay, here's what's happening. Because the way that we resolved it, as much as I appreciated it, with the letter and Jenkins coming through, I would have really liked to see, well, not just Bruce Campbell return, but I would have liked to see an interaction between the brothers.
I mean, well, maybe next Christmas we'll see one because he might still be a little boy. So we can hope for that.
But I want to see Steven Weber. Life is so hard. I have so many requests. So that was our Christmas adventure. But we got also our, our guardian and the librarian. They went on vacation with Santa. What did you think of this whole vacation concept?
I thought they were in Bora Bora.
Okay.
Just like the white beach. It was just like, it seemed like that's what Bora Bora is. I don't know, like, no, for real, like, all the pictures I've ever seen of Bora Bora is like white beaches, clear blue water, like, and that's what I'm getting the vibes from.
Sure.
I was just like, for the first time, we get to see like them solve a problem on their own, which is, you appreciate it once
On
in a
their
while.
own. They call out Jenkins.
They didn't call her though, so like they gave her break she needed for Christmas.
But did she need a break? First of all, can we talk about what she was wearing when they exited for vacation and how good she looked?
She just looks flawless. Like there's only one way to
Needs
describe
to be
Rebecca:
noted.
flawless.
Needed to be noted. But they go on this vacation, and I want to point out, because I did mention how much I love continuity, Eve was named Eve because she was born on Christmas Eve. No one said happy birthday to her. No one mentioned that it was her birthday. No one. She went on vacation on her birthday and had a meh time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she doesn't care about her birthday no more.
They should care. It was her birthday.
They had more, pressing matters to deal with.
I guess.
I mean, maybe Flynn said happy birthday behind closed doors. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope so. He better have given her a birthday gift.
Yep.
You know what I mean.
Yep. Hey guys.
Excellent. That was the first episode, unless there's something you would like to make sure we touch upon from episode 3.
I just looked like the mom was Australian as well, like
Of
for
course.
continuity, because like I halfway think, because we didn't hear Mercy talk, and maybe she just couldn't do the accent. I don't know, but I appreciate it, like that continuity.
Yes, I agree. His family all being Australian was nice. It would have been interesting if one of them hadn't been. It would have been like, well, where is that from?
Well, that's what I'm like, because Mercy didn't say a word the entire, like, she just shook her head a lot and she just glared,
Didn't she freak out about the ghost?
screaming. I can't tell your accent by your scream.
Oh, I can.
Okay. She got more skills than me.
Yeah. Let's take a minute to thank our fans for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. We're so happy to be back with a new season. I want to take this moment to tell you about iTunes. That's right. We're on iTunes. Yay! So I suggest you subscribe on iTunes. That way you don't miss a single episode. I'm talking while pulling up reviews. So that's why I'm still talking. If you like us, you can give us 5 stars. And if you don't like us, you can give us 4 stars, because the other stars, they are broken. Stars 1 through 3, broken. I broke them.
Ooh.
They're not getting fixed. 5 stars if you like us, 4 if you don't. And if you don't, I highly suggest explaining yourself. Not because I will come after you, because I won't. I'm lazy. But because then we'll know how to improve. That's my suggestion. We have a review. Yay! This is a 5-star review from our good friend Lanaves, who says, "Good to hear / see you again." Agreed. The change in start date for the show took me by surprise. Of course, John Noble will return. Yay! This show needs This show always needs an evil old guy to beat up. I like where your head's at, because that seems to be what we have, right? With Prospero,
Yes.
with Dulaque. Oh man, that's funny. Old evil dudes. I like it.
Don't forget APIP.
Yeah. Well, Apep turned out to be a handsome young man.
That is true.
Also, we got a comment on YouTube that I need to call out, because last week we were discussing the opera, and we got a note from Head Slap, who says the opera they were singing was The Magic Flute by Mozart, specifically Queen of the Night. Thank you for this information. I'm assuming you're correct, so thank you.
Oh, somebody said in the chat, you forgot that St. Nicholas was also on Leverage.
St. Nicholas was also on Leverage.
Yeah, did an episode of Leverage. If I want to say I remember the season correctly.
I definitely remember there were Christmas episodes, but Leverage had
Like,
no
just a
magic.
different character. Like, technically, we're saying just he did both. I think Devin brought him back. Aaron brought him back.
You're saying Stephen Weber was on, or no? Are we
the
talking
way,
about Bruce?
the way they wrote it? Yes,
Bruce
Steve
Campbell,
Weber.
Stephen Weber. All right, possibly. I believe you. Let's talk about And the Silver Screen, written by Mr. Noah Wiley. Here's the thing: when you write an episode for yourself, and you're the main character, and you have yourself kissing the other main character a lot, I'm like, girl, you're not lying. You're not like scamming anybody. We see this. You've written. And then they kiss. And then they kiss.
And the fade out.
And then they kiss. I was like, Mr. Noah Wiley, she is a married woman.
I mean, he got to do what he got to do. He's Flynn Carsen. Come on.
Yeah. So we have this great episode where we're looking at the 3 different movies, the noir, the western, the sci-fi. As someone who studied genres, I love the idea of these very specific genres and us playing within them. I definitely went through a noir phase where I watched a ton of noir movies, and I was like, yes, noir. This is so good.
Double Indemnity is, for me, the best film noir.
Interesting. It's a good one. Good one.
Did you disagree?
I don't know that I have a favorite. But I loved that we got to jump into these. I like the idea that our characters got pulled into them. What a fun adventure. Did you have a favorite? I really want to know what the story of the Western was. I'm gonna be real honest.
I mean, besides singing Westerns, I really would love to know that plot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I agree with you because of, like, here comes Lacey, and she's just like, she doesn't miss, and she gets all the guys, and then they run away, and they get ambushed, and then let's go into the poop shack. Like, what? I need to know how that finishes a little bit now. Like, I need, like, an answer.
And also, they were so colorful compared to everyone else.
Yes.
Right? Like, all the other characters in that movie were wearing, like, just muted colors, and they were wearing bright, vibrant colors. And I love Lindy Booth with the shotgun in that adorable little dress with the pigtails.
Oh my gosh, I love the cowboy girl hat because I'm a sucker for a Western.
It was so fun. I thought the movies were super fun, and I like that we got to see, because the Christmas Thieves was more focused on our lits, and now this one was more focused on our librarian and guardian. So I really like to see like the separate.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, I'm going to say, Leverage of season 5 when it was, the father, mother, parent, and then all the kids in the next episode. And obviously, I love the fact that Christian Kane sung because I am obsessed with his voice. That was the best part of the Western for me.
It totally felt like that was another one where I was like, no, Wiley just was like, we're going to make him sing.
And like as he's like fighting in the film noir, he's name, and that's me.
That was great.
I loved it.
So good. And then we get into the sci-fi, and it felt like a classic.
Oh my gosh.
Classic sci-fi.
It was so overdone. Like, I give him props for just writing it because he got everything spot on.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like he took the genres and just turned them up to 11. He was like, how does this genre work? Okay, and if I'm going to make fun of it, yep, we're doing this. It was great.
I always forget the guy, like his name, because I've loved him ever since Phil on the Future on Disney Channel. But he was in the Western, and he was Drydock in the sci-fi.
He also was the waiter in the noir.
That was him.
Yeah.
I was like, why was he not in the film noir? I feel like I totally missed
He was in all 3 of them.
I loved it.
So watching this, I was watching with my roommate, who you all know as Tari. He definitely was like, it's him. He's the magic because he's the one in the 3. And I was like, I'm going to be honest. If it's him, I would absolutely accept that he did this because he was bummed that he was in the movies, but no one seems to care.
I actually thought it was the lady that Cassandra talked to earlier. It was just too coincidental.
The older lady?
Yeah. Played by Miss Margaret Avery, which I am obsessed. And thank you so much. We applaud you and, bow down to your presence because you're flawless. But I legit thought it was her. I'm just like, the way she's popping up, she's like, I need to finish the movie. I want to see it. Like, there's just the coincidence for me.
I agree. I think also guest star Gloria Rubin was there. And I think that is definitely, I was like, I have some, I think it's her. And so the moment where they're over by the typewriter and the magic identifier machine goes off, she was there. And I was like, it's not the typewriter, it's her. It's not the typewriter, it's her. And I'm sad that it wasn't her. But I do love the way that this episode played out, that they followed the script. Love that they followed the script. Because I also was like, when they're shouting for hours, and I like that Noah Wiley wrote himself to be like throwing a hissy fit.
Yeah.
That they were like, oh, we got to follow the script. I was like, yeah, duh. Even like, I'm not a librarian. I don't know the protocol, but I would assume, right? I would assume the way out of the movie is to finish it.
Because if you keep banging yourself against a wall, all you're gonna get is a headache.
Yep, exactly. Nicely put.
Thank you. I try.
So the idea that they were running through the script, and then when they realized they had to detective it and figure it out, which I appreciated. I appreciated that wasn't the way out. But then I was like, are we really about to watch this whole thing again? No, it's in fast forward.
Oh, that part was awesome. I was like, thank you for not drawing it out.
Except for we got to see like specific points, such as the kiss and fade to black. Oh, Mr. Wiley.
Just why the face of... I understand because it's film noir and then it's the 40s
Right,
statue. But...
No, so funny when he walks into that scene and he's like, oh, I know what this scene is. And then the jazz starts. And I was like, has he never seen noir? It's not going to happen. They're going to kiss and it's going to cut to the next scene. Even I know this. And I'm looking forward to what's happening. And then it faded to black.
And then we hated the fade to black. Like we really did. But... It was funny because, you know, she's walking, you know, her search before she gets to the big two giant inflatable rubber dinghies. And, you know, you see the girl crying. And my mom was like, why are you showing me this unless it's important?
Right, of course.
So, and then I was like, okay, we find out the reason behind why they're still in the film because it wasn't the correct ending. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yes, like, take the film noir back where femme fatales are femme fatales, and they're not evil, but they have a better purpose than her turning out to be the villain. And the guy who actually is the bad guy is the villain.
I agree. I think it was really poignant when Cassandra points out, she's like, I did not see that coming. Because no way were we leading towards that. No. So it was surprising, which is funny because through most of this episode, I went, she's going to be the daughter, and she's going to be her real mom. And it's, nope, okay, I got this. So Cassandra may have not seen it coming, but I did.
I guessed it near, like, right before they said it, because at that point it was just like, if we're still in this movie, and it's not because you wanted me to find a jewelry. Okay, so she said, Pearl, got it. Daughter,
yep,
got you, I'm there with you. I would have been pissed too. Talking about no kids. What you mean no kids? I got kids. The one you hiding from me.
It's just also when he's shouting at her, he's like, you have no this and no that and no children. I was like, excuse me. Are you telling me that a woman who doesn't have children is not worth anything? I was ready to fight that man.
Yeah. And then, but it's also that mentality of the 40s too, playing out. And then you watch that stuff and you're just like, man, we're kind of glad film has got better over the years, even though it still has a long way to go for women. We appreciate the fact that they rewrote it to a better ending.
Yeah, I agree that they rewrote it to the correct ending. And when it said E. Darrow on the original script, I'm sitting there going, it's going to be Emily. It's going to be Evelyn. Tari was like, it's going to be Edith.
You're just guessing names.
We were like, it's guessing, but it's a female's name. We know for a fact that this is going to be written by a woman, and that's why he claimed to take credit for it. Which, kind of how it happened.
And what we're going in the world, this episode is just, I just love the symmetry of the world outside of it and coming back into play.
This season feels very on point, very accurate. Which reminds me, I'm going to take a minute. I'm sorry to disrupt this conversation. I'm going to have a little social justice warrior minute for a second.
Okay,
if you don't mind. If you don't mind, this little snowflake has something to say. I just think there were two moments, and maybe it was because the episodes were back to back that it felt more. In the first episode, and the Christmas Thieves, we have this moment where Ezekiel kisses Cassandra and then goes to kiss Stone, and Stone freaks out like, how dare my good friend show affection to me? And I felt that was a little bit of an overreaction. And then in the second episode in And the Silver Screen, we have this moment when they move into the sci-fi where Ezekiel's wearing lipstick and eyeshadow, and Stone comes in and he's like, why am I still in the cowboy uniform? And he says, at least you're not wearing lipstick. And that felt a little transphobic to me. And I just feel like it's 2017. We should not be shaming boys for wearing lipstick. Boys can wear what they want. Girls can wear what they want. And let's just keep that in mind. That's been my moment. Sorry to bring the mood down. I needed to say it. It did stand out.
I love all the people in the chat. They're like, I miss Leverage so much.
Yeah, it was a great show.
It's a great show for real. Librarians are good too. Like it's by the same creator, is like producer, so the
It-
feels are still there.
It's still there. It's you know, we've had some people come back from Leverage, but it's a different show. It's a different
Yes.
it's a different world, and we love it just the same.
I love the fact that the library was one of the guys from Leverage because he's my favorite character. And I was just like, oh my god, why you brought him back? He's the library. I was just like, my brain was going in overdrive for that one.
You talk about last season or the season before.
Yes, because
We are talking about season 4.
we're talking about season 4. But I'm excited to see like who from Leverage from who's on that show who might be coming in this season as well, because some of the guest stars have been from episodes of Leverage, and it's been great to see them on the Librarians and seeing if they are evil or if they're not evil.
Good points. I really enjoyed both these episodes. I think it's crazy that Noah Wiley is doing double duty, triple duty, because he's also in the episodes.
Yeah.
I love that he started directing, you know, I think it was 2 seasons ago, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. Any final thoughts on the silver screen?
Oh, question for you.
Yes.
So if you were stuck in a movie, your favorite movie, what movie would it be?
That's a hard question. I don't know that I have a favorite movie, so I don't know that I could answer that. I love a lot of movies. It's the curse of being someone whose job is to watch TV and movies, is that I can't be like, this is my favorite all-time movie. I don't know. It's a hard question. What about you?
I'm the same way, except for I've been thinking about it. So if I had to choose one, I would like to go in Babes in Toyland.
Really?
The Drew Barrymore version. With
Okay.
Mr. Miyagi as the toy maker. Because I'm like, dude, you're Mr. Miyagi.
So why wouldn't you go into a different movie with him?
Oh, I guess I can do the next Karate Kid and I can be Hillary
Good
Swank.
job.
That'd be awesome.
Way to think this through.
I'm thinking.
No, I know, but I would love to go into this movie because this other guy from a different character, that's where I'd want to be.
Well, if I was in Babes in Toyland, I can eat giant cookies and giant cakes and like probably not gain any weight, which would be awesome. That's like a perfect like thing for me. And obviously running away from Barnaby and the evil creatures in the forest that are very creepy.
See, I feel like if I were going to go into a movie, it would definitely be a movie where there is no villain. So like the most boring movie of all, because then there's no villain. I could just enjoy myself, right? You know what I mean? Because we saw in this movie, Flynn, you know, felt it as we're trying to pull a bullet out of him. Although he had to say one line, the bullet pops out. He just couldn't figure that out.
Babe, it's just tickles. It just tickles.
I don't even feel tickles or whatever. No, I see what you're saying. I love it. I think it's time we head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
I realize everyone can hear me while I do this. Okay. So in the promo for one of next week's episodes, everyone is old.
It's like the Fountain of Youth or the reverse factor of Fountain of Youth. Like somebody stealing. I mean, technically, same thing as youth. If you turn children into older people, and even though the librarians are older, they're
They're still young.
they're still old. Like they get old. Like
They get old.
old. Like even like her like that. Oh my gosh, that makeup and the headband. I started laughing so hard because I'm just like, girl, they set you up.
You think it's going to be the Fountain of Youth that we're going to deal with?
Or like a reverse factor of that, like somebody stealing the youth off of somebody.
You mean kind of like
like Benjamin Button-ish,
Oh, all right.
but reverse, like or Jack-ish, like from Robin Williams.
Yeah. Or it's kind of like the episode "The Steals of Fortune," where Fortuna was stealing or was taking everyone's luck.
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, because it was just like a flash of red light, and then suddenly they're old.
Yeah.
So something is pulling whatever town they end up in. It's pulling, like, or the person needs it in their life.
I feel it could be that someone's like taking the youth because they need it to live. It could also be that they just are. It's like Midasy, where they like instead of turning you to gold, they just turn you old.
That I would just love to know who in lore would that be.
Yeah. I think that's one of the great things about the show is that we learn the different lores, and we learn the different saints or holidays or you know, magic-y.
Like they're serious. I didn't even know about fertility. That's what was interesting when I went last week's episode. I was like, wait, there's actually like a goddess of luck. Like I didn't even know
yeah.
that.
I think you were saying earlier there's a patron saint for anything. There's also a god of whatever.
Like there's a patron saint of for the vegetarians, which I'm just still okay.
Is there a patron saint for non-vegetarians?
Probably, but I'm pretty sure like carnivores or something like that. Like patron carnivores, like the meat lovers.
Right.
Yeah, I have. It's like such a big list from the A's to the Z's. I'm just fascinated by it. There's a patron saint for doctors and firefighters.
All right.
I was like, okay.
That seems a little modern, but okay.
Yeah, they're. I don't know.
I'll allow it. So you think there might be a patron saint and or god, and or fountain of youth, that is stealing youth and making people old?
Yeah, or
I
maybe
think
maybe it's an artifact, like but maybe it's not even a person, but an actual like object.
Sure. I like the idea that they go to a town where they're like, everyone's all of a sudden old. Because, yeah, that's what happens in towns when people live there for a long time. You wake up and go, wow, we're all old.
And we're all on the yellow school bus.
It might be interesting if it's not that everyone's turning old, but that time has passed. That might be an interesting way.
That would be
that
a
they
nice
just haven't
spin.
realized that, like, time has passed.
I'd be pissed though. That was me.
That'd be interesting. What is the chat saying? Any predictions for next week?
There was Billie Jean says Hebe, I'm hoping I say that right, was the goddess of youth. It was believed that she has the ability to restore youth.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. So maybe we'll see. I love the Egyptian gods and goddesses, like having them come in because they're always so fascinating to me.
But we already had Apep.
True. But that was Egyptian, so Hebe is Greek, actually.
Okay.
Somebody just wrote they're a Greek goddess.
Sure.
So we've had Roman, Egyptian, now we can add Greek.
Sure. I will take it. I will take all of it. I love it. I'm so excited for next week. But I have some news about next week. Not news and gossips. Don't hit that button. There will not be an after show next week. That's right. There is a holiday or something on Monday. And for whatever reason that affects the rest of the week, I cannot explain it because I am absolutely available next week to do this after show all week, any day of the week. I got nothing else. That said, there is no after show next week. So we will be back in January and covering 3 episodes at a time at that one time. And then I believe we're done with the 2s at a time and we're back to 1 at a time. Whew, it's been a confusing season. Hope you're catching up and following along. But so next week, not here. That said, I will be available to talk about it on the socials.
Billie Jean says in the chat, Yael, don't forget the Doctor Who Christmas special.
Girl, I know. I also just found out that there is an American Dad Christmas special. Very excited about that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing Monday.
I'm just gonna be getting paid.
Until next time, if people want to chat with you about librarians or leverage, where can they find you on the socials?
Hey guys, you can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram.
You want to spell that for people?
Oh, my name is CHAEJONES.
Excellent. Are you doing other after shows?
I am. You guys, unfortunately, won't find me next week, but the week after, you'll find me at Marvel's Runaways. And guys, on the 9th, we have I'm talking about the biggest special guest you could ever possibly imagine.
For the finale.
Actually, we're going to do our finale like a week later.
Okay.
But it's super special, though.
Okay. I trust her.
And this amazing lead host over here.
You can find me everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. That's Twitter and Instagram and other places as well. And we will see you in January for 3 episodes. Again, we're not here next week, but I am available on social because I'll be bored. Okay, bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.